Today on VLAMP, we're explaining 20 film terms you need to know. Welcome everyone to VLAMP, Video Lighting, Audio, Music, and Photography How-To Show. I'm of course your host, Matt Haslam, and today we're explaining different terms in the film industry which you absolutely must know. So let's get started. Grip. This is the film or video production crew member who works with some lighting control devices not attached directly to a light, such as flags, silks, nets, reflectors, and so on, along with safety and other rigging. Grips may work with or specialize in camera support, rigs, mounts, and other rigging, such as camera grips and dolly grips. Grip head. This term refers to the head of a stand, which allows the user to mount boom arms, flags, and all other items to the stand. Ground row. A curved piece of scenery that was placed on the studio floor in front of a cyclorama to bend the two into a seamless background. Guerrilla film. A very low-budget film project usually conducted without obtaining any of the paperwork required. Half apple. A half apple is half the size of a full apple box. Half apples are just 20 inches long, 12 inches wide, and 4 inches tall. Halogen. These light bulbs are filled with gas which is burned inside the bulb, producing light. One thing which is important to remember on these light bulbs is not to touch them with your bare hands, seeing as these bulbs are sensitive and will not work after one finger touches them. Handheld shot. Any shot which is obtained when the user is holding the camera in their hands. In the professional industry, many directors will call for a handheld camera, when in fact they are referring to a shoulder mount camera, which I have yet to figure out why this is. For these shots, it is important to have cameras with image stabilization built into the camera lens, allowing you to move around a little more freely on location. High roller stand. Sometimes referred to as a high boy or a high, a high roller stand is almost identical to a combo stand, with one of the only differences being that a high roller stand is, you guessed it, on rollers. These stands are most times very expensive compared to buying a combo stand and a floor dolly for each combo stand. High key. You might guess from the term high key that this term refers to when your key light is high in the air. However, this term actually refers to when the key light is very close to the ground. This term actually means your scene has a lot of lighting and your shots are bright with no shadows. Typically for this style to be achieved, you need lots of lighting fixtures. Hitchcock shot. This effect is created when your camera is first placed on a dolly. This could be a floor dolly or a track dolly. As the camera is dollied out and farther from the subject, the camera slowly zooms into the subject. This sometimes is called a Hitchcock outshot. This effect could also be completed when the camera dollies into the subject but zooms out. HMI. This is an annotation for hydratium medium arc iodine. What does that mean? I have no idea, nor should you. That said, what you should know about these lighting fixtures is they are heavily used on outdoor film productions, since their Kelvin color temperature very closely matches daylight, so they are used on a majority of outdoor locations. Hollywood box. A box on set which is used to distribute electrical power on location. These are also sometimes referred to as breakout boxes or breakouts, since one input comes into them and one box can distribute power to massive amounts of fixtures on set. These almost exclusively use cam lock connectors. IFB. Also known as an interruptible fold-back or feedback system, an IFB allows the director to communicate directly with the talent who wear tiny earpieces instead of headsets while on the air. Incandescent. These are some of the most common light bulbs you might find in your home. A tungsten filament is powered in a vacuum, creating a 2800 Kelvin temperature color. Insert shot. To explain this term, it is best we use an example. Let's say you have a scene which calls for an actor to look down at the ring on his hand and look back up at his wife. We will first show you the husband starting to tilt his head down to look at his hand. We then show the audience what he was looking at by filming a small video shot of his ring on his hand. This shot is what is known as an insert shot, or a shot between two action shots that shows the audience what an actor or actress is looking at or what they are referring to in a dialogue. Insider. The term referring to a gel which is placed inside the can of a lighting fixture, behind the barn doors, and close to the bulb of the light. This is in contrast to an outsider, which refers to a gel which is placed on the outside of the can, clipped onto the barn doors with C-47s. J-cut. A cut in the editing which the audio cuts to the next shot before the video cuts to the next shot. This is the opposite of an L-cut. Japanese lantern. Also known as the China ball. This is a wire frame covered with lightweight paper in which a small light bulb is placed inside and illuminates the whole area. Since it is a sphere, there is no controlling where the light goes, but these can offer a soft light to add to any scene. Jib, also known as a camera crane. Jibs lift a camera up in the air. This type of camera mount can allow directors to get aerial shots, have cameras hanging over the edge of a bridge, or sticking out the back of a truck, capturing driving scenes on a closed course, obviously. They also offer great moving shots for all other types of video work, giving unique perspectives no cameraman can capture on his or her own. Jump cut. A cut between two identical shots. Let's say, for example, you set your camera on a tripod and filmed a static, non-moving shot. If you cut out the middle of that shot and put the beginning and end of the shot back to back, it would look very unappealing to your audience, and it would be known as a jump cut. Thank you for watching us. See us back here next time on VLAMP, Video Lighting, Audio, Music, and Photography How-To Show.